Okay. Now we are going to talk about VLSM. Variable uh, length uh, subnet mask. What does it do? It allows a system planner where you can assign that can assign multiple subnet mask in the same IP address. Okay, let's see. See, a company has, for example, if you mm, the marketing has 10 computers, host or computers. Host, we say computers, okay? Uh, and then we have research R&D, the research and development. It's gonna have 15 computers, and then reception, they're gonna have uh, 5 computers, uh, management, gonna have 20. Okay, see, actually, when they tell you something like that, a company need this kind of things, say, okay, what we talked about that, earlier, that either 128, you got to have either 128 host and then 2 to the power of 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 8 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 means 256, 128, 64, 2 to the power of 5, 32, to the power of 4, 16, to the power of 3, 8, to the power of 2, 4, to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 1 is 1. So we need to have, we cannot read either 128, if it was over marketing has like, I don't know, 200, 500, 1,000, you have to go to other classless, we talked about class A, B, and C, and you have to go to that one, two. But here, right now, we are talking about class C. Okay, so 120, 128, if you have 110, we cannot, we got to have 128. We cannot have less than that. See, we have 15. 15, what is 15 here? Either 16, but this is the number of computers. You have to add one for the broadcast and one for network ID. So we can't use 16. We are going to use 32. 32 hosts, 128, 32 hosts into the computer, and 5 we can use one and one. There are 2 of them for broadcast and network. It's going to be 6, so we can use 8. We can use this one, okay, or this one, and then we have this one. And then for 20, okay, let me write it in a order, because from top to the bottom, 20 is 32, and then 15. Suppose that we just change it, because we got to write from the largest to smallest. 20, 15 is going to be the same 32, and then we had 5 here, so we use 8 here. So there are 232 and 2. Okay, so what is gonna be 128? 128 is gonna be 2 to the power of 7. Okay, as you say, talked about here, 128 is 2 to the power of 7. And 32 is going to be 2 to the power of 5, and 2 to the power of 5, and then 2 to the power of 3. Now we are going to write in a Sider notation, okay? What is going to be the Sider notation for this? See, if you subtract 2 to the power of 7, it's going to be 128. So actually, what is going to be the backslash 25? Actually, what you do, 32 minus the power of this one, this is going to be a slash 25, because there are 25 ones. Okay, yeah, 2, 3, these are 8, these are all ones, okay? And then 25, 1, and then this is going to be 0. Okay? See, this is 25. 128, this is 128. Host, it's going to be 25. Or 32. 32 minus 7, 32 minus 5 is going to be what? 27. And this is going to be 27. That's this way. And then 2 to the power of 3, what is going to be? 32 minus 3 is going to be 29. So we write it in this way, okay? We write it this way. So we write a table, okay? This is the number of subnet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever the number here. There are 4 of them. There are 4 of these. So if they give you like 87, 87, 87.0, 0.024. Okay, you want to write all the subnet mask, first usable host, subnet mask. What is it going to be subnet mask? Okay, we write this one here. We don't have to write if we have a space here. Okay, let's erase this one, and because we are going to need a lot of space here. Sub 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, this is subnet ID, first host. Oh, this is the different. Okay, first host, and then last host. Maybe the space is a little bit more. Last host, and then broadcast ID. Broadcast ID. Okay, we are going to use this one, okay? Now we say 87, 87, 87, and it's going to be 0. And then what is going to be the next one? See, the next one is going to be 128. We need 128 of this computer, so this is going to be 128. So the broadcast is the one before this is going to be 127. I mean, plus all these, you know, these are all 87, 87, 87, for example. Okay? And then you have 32. Okay, like the first host. These point 1 means we are 87, 87. I don't want to write all of them, you know. This is point 1, and the one before this 126. It means 126, 87, 87, 87.126, the last host. Okay? And the next one is going to be 128. Okay, from 128, it's going to be 32. So we add 32, it's going to be 160. So it's about the first host is 129, means we got all these here, you know. I put the circle here, it means 87, 87. They all have circle here. The next host is going to be the first host is going to be 1 after this one, 129, and then the broadcast ID is going to be 1 less than this, 159. So it is going to be 158. The last host means these are, you know, I don't want to repeat those. So we go to 32. 32, we add 32 to here, and we write here, okay? And then after this one, we have another 32, 192. We add 32 to this one here too. And then let's continue this. It's going to be 161, the first host. The last host is going to be 1 before this, 191. So 190 is going to be the last host. And this subnet, this is subnet. The first one, the last host is going to be this one. The second subnet is 1.158. And for this one, we add 32 here, and then it was going to be, then we got to add 8, is 200, means 87, 87, whatever it is, 200, the last one, the management. They have 8 computers. So the first host for this subnet number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the last one, this is the last one. 193, and this is 0.199, 0.198. One before this is going to be the last host. So that's going to be this. So if they ask you to do VLSN, variable length subnet mask, if there are, you know, many companies that they have so many computers and those have different departments and all this, you know. So let's solve another example. We want to use, let's use, we use all of them. Like we had, we gotta use 64, you know, these for, like we have 59 computers here, 64, and we have 28. and then 16 is going to be 12 computers host for management, and we have another one that has 5 computers, which is, for example, another department, whatever it is, sales, for example, has 5. And then, okay, so they need these kind of things. 110 computers for marketing, research and development 59, reception 28, management 12, and sales 5. So we have to write those that that fit this. It's going to have 128 hosts. We can, either 128 hosts or 64 hosts. These are 59, so we have to use 64 hosts. Not less than that. We cannot use 28 here, 32, because the number of computers here is 59, so you got to use a little bit more, which is around 64, 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. Okay. Either one of those. So this is 28, we need 32. 24, 16. 12, 16, and this one 8. Okay, this is going to be 2 to the power of 7, 128 hosts to the power of 7. And 64 is going to be 2 to the power of 6, 2 to the power of 5 is going to be 32, 2 to the power of 4 is going to be 16, 2 to the power of 3. You know that, it's so easy to find 2 to the power of 5. What does this mean? Just remind you, it means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 5 times 2. If you want 2 times 2 is going to be 4, 4 times 2 is going to be 8, 8 times 2 16, 16 times 2 is going to be 32. So that's from mathematics, college algebra, that we talked about it. And please, subscribe, or because it's subscribing, it will YouTube itself is going to show it, and it will, it helps to be seen with other people. It can be seen, with other people can see it if you just subscribe it. And we write the table here. 1, 2, 3. There are 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number of subnet, ID, subnet, ID is going to be first host, last host, and broadcast. So here is whatever, I don't know, 187. You can choose anything, just example, We can choose anything you want. Just example, this is example. And this is, let me here. 110, 10, 11, 0. They give you this one. If they give you this network, and then they ask you to subnet this. We use VLSM. So we start from this one, subnet ID. This is going to be 1, 0, and then from where to 128. Okay, and then from 128, 64 is going to be 192, right? 64 plus 128 is going to be, and then 32 is going to be 224, I think, and then 0.2240, 16, we got 16, and then 0.248. Okay, the first host, these are all exactly like this. I don't want to repeat that 10, 11, and then, you know, all these repeating this one here. What is going to be the first host for that? See, we know, let's write it this, because always we say that these are 128 hosts, you know, it's going to be one for network and one for broadcast. So actually the usable host is 126. Okay, 127, one before this, the next subnet start, the last broadcast ID is going to be 110.11.127, and you write all these 0.191, one before this, 0.223, 0.239, 0.247. So you have the broadcast ID for all of them, and then you write. It's now easy to fill the rest of it. It's 0.1. No, it's this one 0.1, and this is 0.129, 0.193. There is one. You add one more. It's going to be the first host, and then 0.225, 0.241, 0.249. Okay, with all these circle I put here means 110. So these are the first host. The last host, one host before this, 126. Okay, it's going to be 0.190, 0.222, 0.238, 0.246, see this one, we add 8, so it's going to be 8 of those, 56, 256. It's going to be, this is the last one, so it's going to be 254, and then 253. Okay, these are the things that talking about variable length. Sometimes if you don't have, you know, these are networking too, okay, and please subscribe if you want to be seen more. So what we did here, write the backslash for this. Actually you gotta put the backslash here, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't but for all this we gotta use backslash. Okay, what is the backslash for this one? 2 to the power of 7 is going to be 25. See, 32 minus 7 is going to be 2. 32 minus 6 is going to be 26. 27, 32 minus 5 is going to be 27. And for this one, it's going to be 28. And 3. This is going to be 32 minus 3, it's going to be 29. So there are 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So these are, you got to put backslash here. What's the CIDR notation? I forgot to do that for the last one. You know. So suppose if you don't have this one, for example, here, it's 32. All these things change. 32 plus this one is going to be 160. 160 plus 32, 182. No, if I'm just saying if. And then you have 16. 16 plus this one is going to be 208, I think. Yeah. And then another 8, 216. And then you can find these, I just changed this one to 32. So the 32 is going to add to this one, 30 to this one, and then 16 to this one, and then 8 to this one. Then you can write all the things. So this is one of the benefit of, because to make efficient use of this IP address, so we actually subnetted, and the reason we are using it is because we are we would have a better use of this IP address and their okay, so we are gonna talk about the IPv6. IPv6 has 128 bits, and there are 8 of these. There are 8 fields, and we will talk about it in the next video. 3, 6, 7, 8, and you see a number 2000, ABCD, whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. I just give you some information.